Hi, this is Cliff Barnes calling from Epcot Center, and we are about to take our last ride on Maelstrom. And you're listening to the ResortLoop.com podcast. Take it away, Tim Bob. Bing bong.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
We are now approaching the Polynesian Village Resort Hotel. If you're exiting and you'd like to reboard the monorail later today, please receive a hand stamp as you exit the platform.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. This is ResortLoop.com. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
And this is episode 148.
148. I have nothing for that.
No, I don't either.
I didn't have time to prepare because I have been preparing for this very, very special guest we have today.
I'm very excited about this guest.
Yes.
I've heard him on other shows. He does publications. He's kind of a big deal.
He's a much bigger deal than we are.
Oh, absolutely.
So. And can we just say that we are thrilled to announce one of our big announcements. We talked about this in a previous podcast, that we are partnering up with these wonderful folks. Tim, please give the introduction.
Joining us from Celebrations Magazine is Mr. Tim Foster. Tim, welcome to the show.
Thanks. I was actually waiting to hear who you were talking about. No, thank you so much for having me. This is great.
Oh, it's wonderful. You put out a fantastic publication, as you say, the premier magazine celebrating the magic of Walt Disney World.
Well, thank you.
It is very, very good. And why don't you tell us a little bit about how you got, how this brainchild of yours came about?
You know, I really need to make up a good story for this because well, it's not that mysterious. I'm a graphic designer in real life, and one of the dreams of the graphic designer / artist is to create something that's all your own and not something that the boss told you to do, which you know is terrible. But and of course, going to go back to a very young age, like pretty much all of us listening out there, I was a huge fan of Walt Disney World and Disney in general, and at some point it just clicked to put two and two together, and boy, I can actually make something and share my love of Disney with everybody else in the best way I can. And that's really it. As I said, I probably need a more exciting story than that, but that's how it came about. But again, being a part of the community, got to know a lot of people, and I think one of the best parts about making the magazine is the ability to share the magic, not just with our readers, but with all the people that work so hard to help put this all together, from the writers and photographers and everybody involved. Just great to have friends that share the same interest you do. So. And you guys.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, just because I got to get it out of the way, the photography in your magazines are just beautiful.
Thanks. And on behalf of the many photographers that work, I'm sure they thank you too. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Carrying around the 10-pound bag of camera equipment's not so fun, but taking the pictures is great. But what a great place to take pictures, though.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're going to get one of your premier photographers on in a later show to talk about maybe some of the great places to take pictures.
Great. Yeah, and getting tips on how to do them is great too, because there's a lot of, as I was getting into photography long ago, there's lots of little tips and tricks, especially even at Disney, like where to stand and what to wait for and all that kind of stuff. So.
Excellent. Now, you have more than just Celebrations magazine then, right?
Yeah, actually, the first thing I created, first book I made, was the Guide to the Magic for Kids, which, same idea, trying to just create something that would allow me to share my love for Disney. But that was really fun to put together, and especially too because I saw a real need. There wasn't really a great kids book out there, like just for kids, besides the official Disney one. Like it was usually how to go with kids, like, where to get strollers, how to get a babysitter and all that. But I thought it'd be great just to make something for the kids to use and record their memories and collect autographs and stickers and rate the rides and all that stuff. So actually the books came first and then the magazine followed. So, and then also, I mentioned you guys before the show, we just released, this is big news from us, that we just released our second edition of our special Christmas holiday collector's book. And this is actually a hardcover, coffee table kind of book that's all about Christmas at Walt Disney World. This particular book talks about the Magic Kingdom, specifically the World Showcase storytellers, Magic Kingdom parades, and the Magic Kingdom resorts. And you'll see with lots of help, lots of wonderful, great photos, and photos at Christmas at Disney are great. They're great anytime, but at Christmas they're especially beautiful. And so that's actually just released, so that's out there too. So.
Yeah, it is gorgeous. I'm looking at it right now, and just beautiful, beautiful holiday book. It would be wonderful to have anybody's collection of Disney books out there. What do you got? About 128 pages or so of just gorgeous pictures.
Yep, and some stories. We actually go all around World Showcase and not just have the pictures, but go into the stories that are shared at each of the pavilions and give you a little taste of what goes on in World Showcase too. Which, well, it's hard to pick what your favorite place is during the holidays at Walt Disney World, but that's one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Showcases.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And they can get that actually at a discount for right now, right?
Yeah, we're in pre-sale mode right now. The presses are just getting ready to fire up, so it'll go on for a little while, but we do have a pre-sale going on, which you can find at the website, celebrationspress.com, and take advantage of that before it gets too late. So,
got to have it for the holidays.
Yeah, and then if you're looking for that perfect gift for that special someone. So. Absolutely,
yeah. That'd be. I'm going to get one for my kids to open up Christmas morning.
Great,
so that they can. Yeah, I mean, it's we. That's one of our favorite times to go to Disney is during the holidays, especially Christmas. It really is. With the Osborne family lights, it's just it is a magical place all the time, but then you throw in Christmas on top of it, and it's just spectacular. So, and you captured a lot of that in those pages. So,
yeah, and there's so much to talk about. Like I said, this is our second book, and there's plenty more for third, fourth, and fifth, and sixth. So, that's the great part about Disney in general and Christmas specifically is there's just so much to see and experience. You can't do it all in one trip. You can't get it all in one book. So, it's that's part of the magic.
Absolutely,
so much of it.
Absolutely. How many magazines do you have out now?
Like what issue are we?
Yeah, what issue? That was the word I'm looking for. Tim usually helps me with my words. So,
actually, I have to catch myself when I think about it. I think the last issue was us going into our 6th year, so it's issue number 37. So,
very good.
So yeah, about 6 years now, and counting. And I still remember issue number 3 and issue 7, and I can't believe I'm writing 37.
Oh, they're all your babies.
But again, it's so awesome. We're even with 37 issues, we're not even close to running out of things to talk about, write about, share with pictures.
Right,
it's phenomenal.
Right. And the nice thing about it is, if you folks are looking at a great magazine to get, you can get the back issues too, which is brilliant on your part. That's great.
Yeah, actually, we are sold out of much of the first year and getting in the second year, unfortunately. And we do get asked that all the time. Are you going to print issue 4? I'm missing it. And well, we can print it again if you don't mind paying $7,000 for it. That's fine. But our other big news actually just came out again, or a few weeks ago. We relaunched. We had it before, but we relaunched now for good our digital version. So
I was going to say that's a great option.
Yeah. So you can actually run it on your PC or your iPad, your Kindle, your Nook, or anything, and by virtue of having the digital edition, people can now get the back issues that have long been since sold out. So that's an option if you're looking for some of the older ones that aren't available in print anymore, which that number is starting to accumulate as we start to go through the older ones. But they're all available digitally. So
excellent.
Yes.
Well, as you said, there's always something to write about.
Yeah.
And there's been some stuff happening Yeah, you might have a little more insight too. So, what do you hear about what's going on over in World Showcase?
Tim Foster, what are your sources?
My sources tell me the exact same thing they're telling you. I hear as pretty much everyone else hears. I will confess, I'm not the biggest rumor guy in the world, because more often than not they're not true. So I kind of gave up paying attention to them a long time ago. But the big news that we all know: Maelstrom is making way for the Frozen-based attraction, which I'm hearing is either late 2015 or early 2016, depending on who you're asking. But and you may know more about that than I do. So, that's first and foremost, I think, on everybody's minds right now. What that change means, and
I told Tim. Tim is optimistic that it's going to be that's going to be good. I think it's going to be fantastic. I think it is going to be the biggest ride that they've had launched in decades. I really do, because Frozen is for us. Frozen has kind of reached its peak. For little kids, Frozen is still their Snow White, their Cinderella, their Little Mermaid, and I think it was brilliant for Disney to put that out as quickly as they could. So what do you think of it?
Well, I'm all about, I know the subject of change at Walt Disney World comes up quite a bit, and always comes up. And I'm always excited about, the prospect of change. That's what Walt Disney himself was all about: progress and looking forward, and not resting on your laurels and looking for that next big thing. So I'm excited to see what they do. There's always a tinge of sadness when an old beloved attraction gives way. And I was a huge Maelstrom fan, and I actually loved the Norway film. I know, there's talk about getting it updated and so on. But I would always beg and plead everybody, like when you go on Maelstrom, don't walk through the film, sit and watch it. It's beautiful. I am really curious, and I haven't heard, I don't know if you have heard, what's going on with that portion, if it'll just totally give way or something will happen there.
We haven't heard,
no, I think we've heard
what the plan is yet.
As usual, Disney's, other than rumors flying around,
right.
Disney themselves, tend to be tight-lipped about new developments, which I understand. So we'll all see as it unfolds and see what happens.
Right.
But
right,
yeah,
but the process, I miss a lot of old things, but there are a lot of things that Disney has done in terms of new things and updates and changes that are totally fantastic. I remember, when word was even breathed about refurbishing the Haunted Mansion, everyone was petrified, like, oh no, how can they touch such a beloved classic attraction? And I think for the most part, everyone would agree they did an outstanding job with it. And I give them, I really look forward to see what they're going to do. And I will miss the polar bears. I'll miss the oil rig. I
love the oil rig.
Kind if they keep that, because I thought I remembered an oil rig scene in Frozen, but they pointed out to me there was no such scene. So
if they put that thing on eBay, I might have to buy that and put it in the backyard.
That's what they'll turn that into.
Put that at the ResortLoop.com studios.
That's right.
That would be awesome.
We need an oil rig in the back.
Yeah, I'll buy a polar bear and stick it in my backyard. So, but I'm curious too, because I think you're right in that it'll prove to be, hopefully, extremely popular attraction. And I think while Maelstrom was very popular compared to the other attractions in World Showcase, you have a feeling this will dwarf it. Especially right out of the chute, as kids go. So curious to see how that influences, World Showcase as a whole. I remember, I love Reflections of China too, and I tell people go there as well. But I know for a lot of people, that's where you stayed while you're waiting for your fast pass to catch up.
That's true.
So.
Or in my case, catch a nice nap. Yeah,
right. And I remember Maelstrom having, typically a half hour, 45-minute wait, and but I have a feeling when it opens, 2 hours.
Oh yeah,
90 minutes, and we'll see how it goes. But it is very exciting. And then I will mention, I know some people have expressed the thought about bringing Disney characters and films into World Showcase, which traditionally hadn't had any influence from Disney, and was a celebration of world cultures, pure and simple. And I'm not sure. I'm fine with what they're doing. I'm really looking forward to it, but I understand that point of view, and hopefully they'll still maintain at the Norway Pavilion enough of the traditions and culture of Norway itself, and it just doesn't give way to a pure Maelstrom. Here it is, and there's a shop you can buy a candy bar from Norway in. But like I said, they've done so many wonderful things with updates and changes and new attractions. I don't have any reason to believe they won't do the same here. And I like they did with Enchanted Tales with Belle and some of the other things. The technology that we're sure to be treated to when they put this together and bring, presumably they'll bring some of the characters from Frozen to life. I'm sure we'll be astounded by what new tricks they have up their sleeves to do that. So,
because you look at they took out Mickey's Toontown Fair, which a lot of people were upset when they were talking about taking that out, because it gave you that feeling like you were at Mickey's house and that. And I think it's 10 times better than it was back then. So with the new Fantasyland expansion, and
it's tough because I'm sure pretty much everybody who is concerned about what Disney is doing in World Showcase specifically. Not us, we should say. We're all looking forward to it. But I know it's pretty much always tinged with it's not so much what they're doing on the face of it that you have a problem with. You're just going to miss the memories you have.
Exactly.
These are attractions you grow up with. And, I have my own set. I love the first iteration of Journey into Imagination, although I love the new one too. But, I love the Jeremy Irons version of Spaceship Earth. I love the version prior to this of the TTA, but that's me. Other people like the Walter Cronkite version. Other people like the Judi Dench version. So it's what you grew up with, and a lot of people have very fond memories of Maelstrom and will miss those. But that's progress, as somebody kind of famous once said. So we'll always have the memory, so we can hang on to it. And
that's right.
That's part of what goes on at Walt Disney World.
Absolutely. Always moving forward. You're right.
I heard somewhere we go on.
So, all right. So let's move over to the studios. What's going on with the Backlot tour?
You just keep closing stuff every time I turn. So I don't know anything more than you do. So
come on, you wrote the blog. Come on,
you look like you're sweating.
Oh yeah,
spill the beans.
New Star Wars park in the background.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. I don't know. I was actually surprised to hear, and I might be missing something for all I know. But with American Idol closing and Backlot Tour being closing, I was frankly surprised to hear when that news came out. It does get me off the hook, and I will confess there are some things at Walt Disney World I've never done. One of them is American Idol. Not to say anything disparaging about it, but I never really followed the show, so I've never seen it. Now I don't have to make an excuse to go see it. But I think at the studios, especially there, the change is a huge part of what goes on there, because that's new movies and new shows come and go, and that being what Hollywood Studios is more or less about. It's not surprising that there's a lot of change that constantly goes on there, I've heard rumors about the Backlot tour, but I don't remember what they are. But, I will miss that. I did love that. Although, as we know, that's changed so much over the years.
Yeah.
It was a funny story, because in the last issue of Celebrations, I did a little bit about, what the largest attractions were in terms of like square footage and that sort of thing. And I realized, compared to the tallest and the fastest, that was kind of a hard number to dig out somewhere. It's so I'm like Google mapping and putting things on top of things and stuff. But it was funny when I got the Backlot tour, because I had no clue where to draw the boundaries, because who knows, because it keeps changing so much and
right.
Making room. So we'll see what they do. And
I will say this. I was at I did enjoy Cars Land when I was out in California, and it's fantastic. I mean, it's phenomenal. Yeah. I don't want to see it come to Disney World. I think they should have separate attractions. Now you got to have your iconic attractions, obviously, but I would really, really like to see something different. I would love to see a Star Wars land go in there.
I want both.
I want the park,
Right.
So, you're flying around, and and then as I'm sure some are more credible than others, but Disney's plans change all the time. So I'm not want to come out and say they're definitively opening this and this and this,
Right.
Whether that's part of the plans, that's one of the things. The rumors floating around is that's part of the, thoughts with Backlot tours, something Star Wars-ish, might end up there. But, we'll see. So I'm still waiting for the Monsters, Inc. roller coaster to open, but
that would be awesome too.
But again, that's an example. That was, good rumor flying around for a long time, but, obviously nothing's really happened there, and it doesn't seem like that's on the table right now, immediately in any event. So
right.
And I know somewhere out there's people who follow the rumor boards going, you're wrong, I know. So
yeah, I love the folks that sit there and say, well, back in 1974 there was a rumor they were going to do it. Well, that was a rumor. That doesn't mean that they were ever going to do it.
Well,
that was just, it was just out there.
Yeah. How much Fantasyland changed from when it was first announced, what it finally turned out to be. So,
absolutely.
And that's the good thing about Disney too, is they'll they'll evolve and change and develop their plans and what works, what doesn't work. And
right. Speaking of rumors, though, Tim.
Yes.
Did you? Not you, Tim.
That Tim?
Oh,
I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen.
Nice, Tim.
Oh.
Did you know that the latest rumor out right now is that if you tip your waiter at the Garden Grill, they can make the restaurant rotate faster?
What, me?
Crickets.
Tim,
That was supposed to be funny. I guess that. All right, I'm done.
No, that was hysterical.
That's a rumor we're trying to start, Tim. Let's go with it.
The other attraction, probably the only other attraction I've never been on is Astro Orbiter, because I get sick on that kind of thing. So I don't like that rumor. I'm already eating. You don't have to spin the plate.
That was a vicious rumor started by evil Tim.
Now it's going to show up, and it's going to be posted on boards. And,
that would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Well,
that
you take credit for it.
I'm telling you.
Well, let's.
Oh, real
sorry.
quick.
Go ahead.
No, I'm
Tim.
just going to say, and don't forget, Avatar Land is coming up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think we might
I always do.
look back and think this might be like a Disney Parks Renaissance in Florida. All this stuff happening kind of at the same time. Disney Springs. Come on.
Could be. Oh, well, there's another example of something that's, started, stopped, rumor, changed. So, yeah, Avatar Land. That's one I'm going to stay mum on. We'll see. But
Okay.
I'm really curious to see what that is. I'm all about because I thought people are going to hate me for this. I wasn't a huge fan of the movie, although it was very, very, very beautiful. So, and my understanding is it's that notion and the notion of being in touch with nature and that sort of thing. That's what will be at the heart of Avatar Land, which that would be really cool. And I would really look forward to seeing. So.
Yeah, I know when the whole thing started, Bob and I were like, if Joe Rohde's involved and James Cameron, we think we'll be all right.
Yeah. Don't put a triple looping Avatar roller coaster with fire rings in there.
Or a giant Yeti.
Yeah. Well, hey, who knows? Maybe if that when it opens and if it's wildly popular, maybe we'll get you a chance to fix the Yeti and shut Everest down for the 5 years it'll take to fix it, or whatever the story is. But
right.
But that ride scares me too. So.
Well, speaking of rumors, what are the rumors? What's going to be happening with Celebrations Magazine?
What can we look forward to
coming up?
What'd you hear?
I don't know. I'm asking. I'm asking the man with his finger on the pulse of Celebrations Magazine. What do you guys got coming up?
Good question. Well, besides the Christmas book, which we just finished, I haven't really mentioned this publicly yet.
Oh,
I don't want to get everybody emailing me like, when's it coming out? But the Christmas books are really the plan is they're just the start of a series of other books that we'll also do with Halloween. We got a lot of requests for that. Once we do the Christmas book, like, we should do a Halloween book. So we have that in the works, and other books that would focus on resorts specifically, and perhaps individual lands in the Magic Kingdom and whatnot. And then the magazine rolls merrily along. So I'm actually this week finishing the next edition, so that's exciting. And this is our holiday issue this year, more or less. So there'll be features on Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, which I highly recommend everyone visit, and a little food and wine recap, and then on a serious note, actually, we talk about Aladdin and Robin Williams and all of that to pay our tributes and respects to a really wonderful man, and a lot of winter goodness too. I just finished the quiz on how much do you know about snow at Walt Disney World, and actually was surprised I could come up with 15 questions that had to do with snow at Walt Disney World. So,
wow.
Which is
nice.
So,
Wow. Well,
whatever other, there'll be lots of other exciting stuff coming to us. But on the digital side, I think we kind of just opened the floodgates to a bunch of other things we're hoping to do. And I'll say this too. We are proud to announce. I've kind of announced it before, but we want to make sure everybody knows that just as we are now working together, we're going to be doing a lot more work with Destinations in Florida as our travel agency partner, more or less, which is very exciting for us because, well, not only because they're wonderful people, but we'll be able to offer our readers a lot of cool things like, giveaways and tips and stuff like that. Whatever they have up their sleeve, and I don't even know what they have up their sleeve yet. So there's a lot of good, exciting stuff coming from them too. I wanted to give them a little plug because they're such
absolutely
yes,
absolutely. Well, we are very excited to be partnering up with you guys and spreading the Disney love on
absolutely. It's amazing
the airways. And
so.
I guess you guys have asked us to write a little bit for you as well. Are you sure about that?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Right. That's fine. Actually, and I'll throw out there too. Of course, we're looking very, very much forward to working with you. Not just here, but in all manner of different ways. But too, if anyone listening themselves is interested in writing or photography or anything for the magazine, we're always looking for people who'd want to contribute, and that goes to our website as well because we have regular blog posts and so forth. So if anyone's interested in that, feel free to contact us through the website. We can talk to you because it's all about sharing and hearing other people's points of view and their areas of expertise. And I'm constantly amazed at the people who come to us and say, "I want to write," and what do you want to write about? And they have wonderful ideas and experiences I haven't had, and other writers haven't had. So it's great to have us just everyone in the community kind of working together to share it with everybody. So.
Right. And keep in mind, folks, that is Celebrations Press, one word, celebrationspress.com, to get to their website. So
we went for celebrationsmagazine.com, but it's some little wedding magazine, I think. So they keep this, and I see it every day. I come out of my convenience store. It's free.
Oh no, it's mocking you.
It's mocking me. So.
Oh, that is awesome. Well, we are very much looking forward to this relationship. We can't wait to move forward, keep moving forward, as you said.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a lot of fun, I think.
Yes.
We'll get a lot of great information out there to the readers and the listeners. So
yeah, very exciting, especially with all the good Disney goodness that's coming our way, as we've just talked about. Going to be lots to talk about.
A renaissance, I'm saying. A renaissance.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Okay, well, Tim was gracious enough you are offering something for our listeners here. We're going to do a little contest.
Yes.
Now, this is, I understand we're going to do...
I failed miserably at this, people. I just want to warn you.
No, this is an amazing contest. Now, here's the thing. You have to be a resident of the United States for this. Tim, what are you going to give away to one of our lucky listeners who can handle this ResortLoop.com challenge?
We will give away a 1-year subscription, which is 6 issues. It comes out every other month to Celebrations.
Oh, awesome.
Yes.
Now, Now, I know, Bob, this is amazing. What we're going to do is I'm going to play a clip with some Walt Disney World attractions, edited together real short. Listen to them, write them down, send us an email to contest@ResortLoop.com. From the correct answers, we will grab one through the ResortLoop.com randomizer to win the magazine from Mr. Tim Foster and the Celebrations magazine.
Can I guess?
You can guess, but you cannot win. I know.
All right. You want
Employees of Celebrations magazine and ResortLoop.com are not eligible to win.
Come on. Well, I kind of already get the magazine, so that's okay.
Okay. Are you ready, Bob? Are you
I'm ready.
Tim? Here it comes. And listeners, here it comes.
Scanners detecting more trouble in Sector 9.
Pride is one of our national passions.
Push down on the red button on your right.
Thank the Phoenicians.
'Cause this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
You're kidding.
There you go.
I don't know any of those.
Yeah, I know.
These are at Walt Disney World, you say?
Walt Disney World, yes.
Okay.
It's a Justin Bieber song.
Oh, baby, baby, baby.
Oh, jeez.
How did we go there?
He's a super fan, Tim. I don't know if you knew that.
I am. I'm a believer.
A believer? Okay.
Yeah, a believer.
He's got Bieber fever.
Throw it in your file. That's okay.
It's off. Tim just said it's off. Shut it down.
My daughter's a One Direction fan, so it's over.
Oh,
okay.
gosh, yeah. My daughter is too, believe me. Oh, my goodness.
1D.
Well, this is very exciting. I can't wait to see who wins this. This is going to be very exciting.
And once again, you want to send those. Don't send them to Tim at Resort Loop. Don't send them to Bob. It has to be contest at ResortLoop.com. Not on the Facebook page, not on Twitter. We'll be taking contest
at ResortLoop.com.
Yes, that's it.
That's where they have to send their guess as to where all of those clips came from.
Here they come. One more time.
All right.
Scanners detecting more trouble in Sector 9.
Pride is one of our national passions.
Push down on the red button on your right.
Thank the Phoenicians.
'Cause this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
You're kidding.
There you go.
I got Man Tea Party in there. I heard that.
Oh.
That's not all for everybody. Don't put Man. Okay.
Exactly. Gather the kids around. You'll figure those out. We didn't make it hard.
I don't know. I don't ride that one either. It could very well be.
Oh, that is awesome.
I have a reputation for getting kind of dizzy on the spinny rides. So.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. So everybody, make sure you get those entries in. Again, we're going to run this for 1 week.
Yes.
From today, and today is the 26th
yes.
of September. So 1 week from today, you have to have those in, and we're going to use the randomizer to find out who our lucky winner is of the 1 year of Celebrations Magazine subscription. That is awesome.
It is outstanding. I am very excited.
And if any of you out there, please go to celebrationspress.com and check out the magazine, and especially that holiday book, the Christmas book. It is beautiful. So check that out.
Yes.
Which I probably should add if anyone's really anxious. It'll be shipping in mid-November-ish is what we're aiming for. So just so you don't order it today and think you're getting it tomorrow, because we still have to print it. So.
No, but you'll have it for the holidays. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, we definitely, plenty of time for the holidays and all that good stuff. So
excellent.
Fantastic.
But available now on the special pre-sale. So.
All right, well, Tim Foster, thanks for joining us. This is a very exciting show, very exciting news. We're giving stuff away. I love it.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me. This was a blast.
Excellent.
Thank you.
As somebody famous once said that.
Yes, they did.
Imagination is a blast.
There you go.
Probably bungled that line terribly and everyone else.
You are perfect. I'm Tim Scott. You can find me on Twitter. I'm ResortLoop10. We have that website, ResortLoop.com.
And I'm Bob, or Resort Loop Bob on the Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget Facebook.com/Resort Loop, and rate us on iTunes. Where else can they listen, Tim?
You can always find us on the Stitcher. Stitcher. Everybody, thanks for joining us. This has been the Gateway to the Magic.
See you, everybody.
And that's it, Tim. That's how we end the show.
Yay!
We're done.
We're out.
Your torture is over.
Did they record? Is the yay part of the show, or do you cut it off?
It depends on our mood.